Here's an idea you're going to really like. Transform compensation from an expense to an investment. Now, you probably look at compensation very much like the rest of us, and it's a necessary expense. You're going to pay it out every month or every 2 weeks, every week, however you do your accounting and your payroll, but it's an expense. It's something you pay out, and honestly, you don't have a clue what you're going to get back for it. You hope at the end of the year, the agency has grown, you've had the behaviors that you're wanting out of your staff, but you really don't even have any sure way to measure what those behaviors might be. So it's an expense. Well, I want to challenge that view because an investment is an entirely different proposition to an expense. If I go to Burger King and I pay $5, I can get a hamburger. I have paid something, I've exchanged it in barter for something of equal or hopefully greater value, but it's a one-time transaction. I'm not able to go back and get a second burger at Burger King for my $5. It bought me one transaction. Investment, on the other hand, has unlimited potential for transactions. If I had taken that same $5 and invested in something like Facebook or years ago IBM, or any of the companies that we have seen be successful over the last 20 years, that $5 investment could have become $5,000 or $50,000 because an investment has unlimited number of transactions. Why is that important? Because if we simply accept compensation as an expense, I'll pay it out, and other than wishing it could be less, I won't give it a second thought. If, however, my goal and my purpose is for compensation to become an investment, I look at the dollars differently. I become more careful and strategic in where I invest them and how I invest them and how much time that I put into that investment. Because if I know there's going to be a return in multiple transactions over the years, then that has more value to me than the $5 that I put on the table and hand the person at Burger King. The first step in transforming compensation from an expense to an investment is changing the way that you think about it. That's the reason we have structured. That's the reason why we structured Symphony to present compensation to staff as a responsibility. They own that money. It is their compensation plan. The more they own that, the more they will do to protect it. The same thing is true with you. If you change the goal of what you want to get back, it changes in the actions that you put in order to achieve that goal. So the first step, once again, is changing how you view compensation. In your mind, if it's an expense, that's exactly what it will be. However, if you have a shift in your paradigm that it's an investment, that's going to kick off an entirely different road of how you're going to look at and manage and approach compensation. Now, in order to be an investment, you need some type of an idea of what that end result is going to look like. For example, if I $5 in IBM back years ago, I'm going to look down the road for a certain amount of money. Even though I don't know exactly what the amount is, I'm looking for a financial return on my $5 investment. What are you looking for specifically to get out of your compensation? Most agency owners will tell me, even if I change my mind, will that actually change something? Yes, it will, and here's why. If you change the way you think about compensation, and then you change what you're wanting and looking and predicting and planning and projecting to get back, that's going to change everyone around you. That'll change you, it will change your staff, it will change everything about your agency. That's why the approach we take with Symphony is so important. So first, change your mind, change your mindset that compensation really is something you're looking to get back return on. And then the second step, the more you can define what you're looking to get back, whether it's in money, behavior, whatever, the more you can define the vision, the more that vision will begin to come to pass on a daily basis. But even this thought, even the plan, just to say, today, I'm going to look at compensation as an investment. And then say, what do I want to get back? Here's what I'm willing to put in, but I want to start thinking about, maybe even dreaming about what you want to get back. If you will do that, I promise and I guarantee you, you can and will transform compensation from an expense all the way to an investment.